my review for Iron Fist Season 1, Episode 3. Now, so far it's been kind of like Hobo Danny wandering around, and it's been fun, but this episode for me was the fun episode, right? We've been worried about, oh my gosh, he's locked up in this insane asylum, right? And then no one believes he's Danny Rand. Well, finally, we get some closure on that. We get some vindication in the most awesome way. I won't spoil it too much, but if you're scared of spoilers, just in case, maybe don't watch this video, click away and watch someone else's review, but I might spoil it. Oh, let's just say I'll spoil it, okay? I'm gonna spoil it. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Okay, so one of my favorite things was getting to see Colleen fight, right? Finally getting to see Colleen fight. You know, we know that she's this teacher and stuff like that, but she's involved in some, like, pretty shady stuff, right? I mean, this whole Fight Club thing, I mean, are we just not gonna touch that? She's got some anger issues, okay? So I like getting to see Colleen Wing fight. And then we also see Harold Meacham is like training for something. I don't know. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna make him Steel Serpent. Like, he's gonna be the big boss bad guy. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it just goes to show that he's been doing some fight training for whatever reason. I guess he gets bored. I mean, I would probably do stuff like that too if I was just locked up in a penthouse like all day, every day, right? So we get to see just how weird he is with his son and how sort of his inner evil comes out, right? And I thought that was really, really cool. Another thing I really, really liked is their integration of Jaren Hogarth, right? Yes! When me and my wife were watching this and Jaren was on the screen, I was like, yes! Hogarth! Like, I was so excited. And boy, they went in and they wrecked him. Straight wrecked. I really, really liked it. We also get to see, as I had assumed in the other episodes, that Harold really is kind of like, he's not just staying in the penthouse to be some sort of reclusive, like, eccentric weirdo. Like, he's been forced to be there, okay? And it's by the hand. Surprise! Spoiler alert, the hand is forcing him to be there. So I'm interested to see how that's going to work out in the future, and it's obvious that he does not like being under the influence of the hand. But we hear about them buying up loading docks or whatever, or warehouses in Brooklyn and stuff like that, and Ward Meacham doesn't really want to do that. He doesn't understand why Harold has been calling him and telling him, hey, do this, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the hand's influence over Harold Meacham, and then Harold Meacham's influence over Ward and the direction of the company. So it's sort of this like puppet thing, and no one knows that Harold is alive aside from Ward and yeah, I mean, Danny saw him, right? So I guess he kind of knows that he's alive too. But this for me was a really fun episode. I'm just interested to see where it's going. I want to see more fighting. Right? I want to see more fighting. I want to see less Wall Street, like Fortune 500 business meetings and stuff like that. I don't want to see all this lawyer stuff anymore. I want to see like Kung Fu, throw on some Wu-Tang Clan, just a wide open shot of a huge fight scene. Okay, that's what I want to see. I liked this episode. I had a lot of fun with it. I just wanted to, come on, let's ramp up. I'm starting to see why everyone said when initially the first 6 episodes were let out that people were saying, oh, it's boring. Oh, you know, it's gonna be dull. For me, it hasn't been dull. It definitely has been a slow burn. I mean, look at stuff like Jessica Jones, right? There were moments where it would just take off at the drop of a hat, right, out of nowhere. But overall, it was a slow burn. Now, also, I would like to point out, I did not like the last 3 episodes of Luke Cage. My wife and I were, like, enthralled in Luke Cage. The music, the way that they incorporated the music into the show with the live performances and everything like that was so good, and there was it was almost like an ownership of, like, this is going to be Luke Cage, and the whole show is going to be Luke Cage, right? Right now, this doesn't feel to me like this whole show is Iron Fist. You can watch Daredevil, and even Daredevil Season 2, and think this whole show is Daredevil. This whole show is, you know, the Punisher, or this whole show is Jessica Jones. This whole show is Luke Cage. Right now, Iron Fist doesn't feel like Iron Fist, it feels like Danny Rand. It feels like, sort of this dark night. I've been away and now I have to prove to everyone who I am and stuff like that. And I'd like to see more powers. I want to see more ridiculousness, because that's why I like the Iron Fist, because it's ridiculous. It's that Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon, yeah, sort of stuff. That's what I want to see in Iron Fist. And hopefully there's more of that later in the season. Anyway, that's been my review for season 3. Hopefully I didn't spoil too much. Hopefully I spoiled just enough. Anyway, if you like that video, make sure to leave it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment if you feel so inclined, and subscribe to get updates on all of my newest content drops. You guys have been great. I have been the Danger Moss, and I will see you next time.